Hi, and welcome back to the Deadman Company. As always, I am your DM Shivam, and I use he/him pronouns. And I will let the Restoratively players introduce themselves.
Oh, I forgot this is the song that we chose.
I listen. You
No,
gave
it's
me
fine.
weird prompts.
It's all good. Hi, no, come in. Yes, thank you. All right, so I know all of your guys' teachers brought you in here, and I know this is a confusing time for you guys. We've gotten some questions, that are circulating around, and it's totally understandable. We are going to answer all of those questions today. We've got some speakers here who've gone through some similar experiences. Yeah, okay, who can answer all of that stuff. So, why don't I introduce myself, and then we can go down the line. So my name is Nolan. I use he/him pronouns, and I've got my friend Ash over here, who's gonna talk about something that's going on.
Um, Hello. My name is Ash. Blood Hunter Furbolg. He/they pronouns. I was told to talk about expected changes in your body. I don't know what that means. For me, at a young age, my blood started to turn technicolor, and I had a development with dragons. That resulted in, honestly, a lot of repressed trauma, which now manifests. That blood is all now black. That wasn't the change that really happened in my childhood, though. I guess, do any of you have black blood? No. Okay, that's good, probably. But I guess expect your blood to change colors, because that is normal. I'm bad at this. Someone else go. Please.
Yeah, okay. No, we're gonna move on. Yes, you please introduce yourself.
Um, Hello. My name is Dea Delawai. I use she/her pronouns. I'm here with Kate, whose is also the same. I really do not know how I could be much help here. I kind of went through things on my own, but I had quite a variety of resources to learn about human behavior. If you would kindly pass these back, there's enough for everyone. I have a handful of very informative pieces of literature that you might find useful. There are some of my personal favorites in there. Gorgongars is quite a wonderful one. I have not gotten to yet. I've heard very good things.
What's that werewolf doing?
They are merely expressing their affection for another person. Do not feel shame. I suppose if you find yourself attracted to other people who do not look like you, I have read that that is a very common thing. So don't just. You are
Okay,
young.
okay. Hey, no. We have too many hands going up. All right, save your questions till the end. Save your questions till the end. We're gonna move on. Next on the line, please.
Hi, I'm Izzy. I use she/they pronouns, and here I have my friend Elena. Victory Cleric Asimar, she uses she/her pronouns. Hi. Okay, so I was told to teach you about what happens when you start bleeding. Now, sometimes it kind of comes at like all of a sudden, or sometimes it comes from like a trauma response. But when it starts to morph into like a scythe or like a whip or like an axe, is when you really need to pay attention and make sure you don't hurt others around you. Okay?
You said it's gonna form into an axe?
Well, I mean, mine forms into a scythe. It really just depends, I guess, on your blood type. You should ask your parents what your blood type is. It's kind of important to know.
Okay. Oh right. Oh yeah. No. All right.
Oh my god.
Let's get moving along. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, you kind of look like you actually medicine. Okay. Yes, we're gonna move on. Yes, down here, down the line. We're gonna move on to our next presenter here.
Hi, my name's Tsubaki, and I use she/her pronouns. I'm a sports druid, and I'm here with my friend Elliot. He uses he/they pronouns and puppets me like a meat puppet. But I'm sure you've all heard that childhood and growing up can be very difficult, and you learn things about yourself that no one really understands, and are very strange, and it can be scary, be very scary, and things can happen that you never forget and keep thinking about for the rest of your life. And anyway, the best thing to do in that situation is to run away and find people who understand you. Remember, it can be scary now, but you'll figure it out.
Hey, I got a question. You say run away.
I'm not taking any questions.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. No, good. We will move right along to our final person, I suppose. Would you care to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm the Red Menace. I use him pronounce. I can't help you. I just, always looked like this and never grew up. Just, yeah. Goodbye.
You were always green.
I just showed up someday and that was this. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Oh, it looks like we do actually have one question from the back. Hey, I got a question. I was told that we're supposed to get a lot more hair. Does that mean my hair will look like yours?
Sure.
Cool. Okay. Well, I think this has been very informative. Please, actually, we're gonna recollect those pamphlets that were passed out earlier. So please pass those back in. Actually, we actually have actually, the budget got cut a little bit, so we cannot play a video for you, but I do believe we have a transcript of the video if someone wants to read that, so we understand what's going on. Oh, perfect. Would you mind just giving a little read of a transcript for everyone so we understand maybe actually what's going on?
Yeah, give me a moment. It's printing out a little slow.
Oh, that's
there we
okay. No, sorry, not fielding any questions. Yes, those technically are wolves. Yes, pass them back. All right. Oh, fantastic. All right, let's read that transcript.
Elena explained seeing Evelyn giving Nicoletta maple soul while she used the strings on the woman. Wait. Oh no. Did I post the wrong thing? Oh no. Oh god, I think I forgot some of it. I'm going to send it off a cliff. TLR to start. Let's see. I kept like a third of it missing, I just realized.
Oh no.
Granted, the first TLDR is the group investigates the lab. We find shards of Amchnite that can now provide minor boons to people, along with a correspondence between the Lady in Red and Nicoletta. Returning back to the Temple of Hades with the use of Tsubaki's travel through plants, the group is finally able to sit down and re-go over some things, which is now where I pick up where I fucking remembered to post. Elena explains seeing Evelyn giving Nicoletta maple soul when she used Arachne strings on the woman, and the letter details are decoded to reveal the villainous pair is making some sort of drop-offs on Delaware. Before morning and inside the bag of holding, Onimori dreams of another time he had died, and Ishida watched over him while he was incapacitated. As dawn breaks, the Red Menace reawakens after dealing with the blowback of magic trying to contact Maple, where they are now able to ask her a handful of questions. Confirming in turn a handful of things. Being able that she can see what's going on, that Pandora's box resides at the River Styx, a way to break her contract is through Orpheus, and that the Lady in Red is a demon leader. The plan to sabotage Nicoletta's dealings with both devils and demons is confirmed as the group intends to intercept the drop at Delaware. Prior to heading out, however, Orpheus appears as his identity is questioned, with instructions to grab some ash from the island before returning and a promise to explain more. But as Dea reaches for where she thought the magic pomegranate seeds were kept in the bag, so others be able to see the new individual, Onimori grabs her hand as he has woken up before being resealed to deal with later. Now, as they gaze upon the ruins of Delawai while being petitioned for aid by the spirits of the former inhabitants, the mapmakers continue on another step to take down Nicoletta.
All right.
Oh yeah, I forgot that like Daya's bag and its contents are now inaccessible.
Yep.
Yep.
If I shake Onimori really hard, do I get like a 5-second head start?
Discombobulate him. God. Yeah, no. Then we'll go ahead and pick up right where we left back off. You guys are in the ruins of Delawai, as you see this town that is mostly just in ruins, with just these crumbling stone structures that have barely withstood the test of time. It's currently being just like overgrown by like vegetation that's slowly beginning to reclaim the area. And as you guys look around, the spirit did ask you guys to search inside the houses to try to find a way to help them. And with that, you guys can move your tokens around the map.
Ooh, that's okay. So I did dash up to this door last time, so I feel like I gotta read.
Yeah, just go ahead and play that out if you'd like.
Because I think I did see a dead body on the ground. So I think Ash is gonna run up to that door, swing it open. Is that a dead body on the ground?
Yeah. As you look over, you can see what appears to be a corpse covered in some kind of like soot and ash that is like entombed this body.
Oh. I mean, I suppose. Have we heard the tales of the volcano being the thing that took Delawai out?
Did they explain that?
Not
Was
anything
it-
particular, but I remember at least Ash, Elena, and the Red Menace catching a.
Well, I guess we heard
oh,
the story.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
story.
Was it also in the books that Dea gave me to read?
It was vaguely described. Actually,
Okay.
no, actually, wait, no, I think that
I-
last scene,
yeah.
Shivam.
I don't
Mhm.
remember.
Yeah, I don't think it was in the children's
Not in
book.
the book. Not really good to, explain burning to death to a child.
Yeah, no.
Valid.
If you saw the play, it would have been in the play. I think Ash and Elena saw the play.
Gotcha.
I think TRM did too.
Yes, TRM did too. Never mind. Yeah, my bad.
Hi, what? I wasn't there.
Oh no, wait. Yeah, it was ATRM.
ATRM.
Oh
yeah.
shit!
Yeah. Well, if you'd like, one of the
What's the word?
TRMs can attempt to start explaining it to you in your mind.
Wait, can they all reenact it in this?
Yes,
Act it out.
that's actively happening.
You see the Red Menace just go cross-eyed for a second as he's watching the play.
Mm-hmm. God.
Are you okay?
Okay, they're showing me something. Give me a.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Someone who is
Oh.
more good with medicine, if you would come here.
Hello, we both approach.
I think
Like,
Ash will just step out of the doorway to let the other two see what's inside.
Bucky's kind of craning her neck to see what's going on.
I go inside.
Ash, I think we're a little bit too late for medicine.
No, I
Fucking hell.
Who did this?
Go ahead.
No, I understand, but I okay. I think Ash will just go.
yes, I suppose my assumption, in hearing the stories was that this had happened suddenly, and so I guess I expected to see people in the streets or in acts of perhaps attempted escape. Seeing someone lying in a house is, I suppose, not what I expected.
You can see the pose that they were in. They appear to have just been like sitting in like a chair when it hit.
Do they seem?
Sorry.
Do they seem in a position like Ash would actively investigate? Do they seem like they are resigned, or does it seem like at all like they were in shock? Or I guess it's hard to tell, but
Yeah, hard to really say. Either of those assumptions could be correct.
okay.
Do
Yeah.
they have a mouth?
It is currently covered up by like the ash and soot forming that like.
Oh, sorry, I'll get out of the way. I will meet.
Well, I mean, we could ask them what happened.
Oh. Yeah.
If that's okay with everyone else, I mean, I don't know.
2 thumbs up from Ash.
Tsubaki blinks. Did we take a long rest before heading out here?
I thought we did.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
should.
I don't know
Just
why
woke
my
up, I think.
sheet
Yeah.
doesn't have that.
This was like the first thing we did after getting up. Yeah, it was getting out here.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, let me find that while you investigate.
I'm gonna oh my god, this hold on. Sorry, I forgot it's the
It's the new one.
yeah. Where the fuck is it? I think I can just do speak with dead for free.
You can.
Yeah. But I'll just put it in the Did that work?
Okay. As you do so, how does your speak dead look, by the way?
There's like this she cuts open her palms, and the blood that like comes out of her palms, like she puts it to where she thinks the chest is, like around the heart as best she can, and it like looks like this green mist is like slowly pumping, not life, but like temporary like consciousness back into the body. And like as this, like she tries to like slowly help dust off like some of the ash from the mouth, if it opens its mouth, it's like this fog escapes its mouth and its eye sockets.
Yeah. As you can see, the spirit that was outside of the house, they suddenly get oh my god, stupid. As you can see, as they are moved back into the house.
Oh, there's a token.
As the corpse suddenly just kind of begins to like shudder in place. You can see that they're still kind of within this entombment.
I can ask it I think 5 questions. Yeah.
How are you?
What is your name?
Check my notes. Andreas.
Oh, that's creepy. That's my brother's middle name.
Sorry.
I'm like, oh.
Okay.
Okay. How did you die?
How many words did they get?
It doesn't really. Yeah, I was gonna say you can just talk as long as it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eruption. It took everything.
Did you try to run, or did you decide to just let it happen?
Tried to at first.
Wait, so we know that this is the same ghost that was chilling outside, right?
Yes.
What still tethers you to this place?
It grows within me. Within what I used to be.
What grows within you?
The crystals.
That's 5, but that's interesting.
And that is the last question.
Yeah. And they can all hear this, right? It's not just...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
Would you guys like to roll any sort of investigation or medicine checks in the body, by the way?
Yeah, crystals?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Medicine.
Alright. Stream's gonna have to bear with me. I gotta pop open my sheet here. Ooh, nat 20!
Ooh!
Ooh.
Investigation.
Wow.
Ooh, or medicine.
7, 14, 26.
Alright, we'll do
Okay.
medicine.
Elena and Dea. Ooh, one more.
No.
Ash now.
Ash gets
And-
this.
Yep, now. TRM, you're still distracted by the play. You can see like the Regicide Magister is just like he's currently trying to direct the other two right now and being super critical of like their performances. Like
Oh, this is gonna take a while.
yeah, no, he keeps making everyone just redo the performances. Like, come on, more emphasis.
Damn.
You need to convey the emotion. Oh God. Ash, yeah, no, can't really tell too much of what's going on. Tsubaki, yeah, no. Besides just the corpse being pretty perfectly preserved, you can't really see much else. Dea and Elena, however, as you two look at the body, you can see there are in fact the crystals that they mentioned. That's currently just like it's just these tiny little slivers. But they are crystals that are growing out of the body. And with that high roll, both of you can tell these crystals are amptionite.
What? That's wacky. Amptionite's from the Dustkeep, right?
It's
That's
most
the only other
commonly
place.
found in the
Okay.
Dustkeep. I'll say we extending your guys' checks there. While it's most commonly found in the Dustkeep, it can be found in other places, but just like high amounts of like of elemental activity, like the volcano in the Dustkeep, for example, makes it a very prime resource to that commonly grows there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's not uncommon here, but it's the most common in the Dustkeep.
Mm. Hey TRM, can you pause your movie or whatever it is?
Yeah, sure. What's up? What's up?
Do you see these little crystals that are growing out of this guy's like head?
Well,
Don't they
now
look?
that you
Oh, sorry.
no, not that you pointed out. Yeah, I can see them.
Have you? Because this is the crystals from your from your home, right? Have you ever seen something like this? Like from a body?
Quince. And have I seen it growing for a body before?
No.
Yeah, no, that's news to me.
Okay.
What environment do they usually grow in?
Have like mines of this stuff near the volcano.
Near.
Like, I'll say near because it's not inside the full lava thing. Otherwise, people wouldn't go in there. But it's the volcano location. It's that area.
The Red Menace, I suppose I'm pulling on your knowledge of this mineral here, if this was something that simply grew in places with volcanic activity, I suppose we would see it all around, but it is growing specifically inside these individuals. Do you know if there's any magical or spiritual component for these things to grow naturally?
Redman is struggling a little bit, trying to look inside. Hey guys, do you remember anything like this?
Yeah, you can hear the rain of murder, just like, that shit's fucked up.
Yeah, no, that's new to all of us here.
I wonder if there needs to be some sort of component or perhaps organic compound for Amshite to grow, or else we would see it all over the land here. I
think Ash sort of like...
remember.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go on. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I mean, it was always a thing, but the Baronessa, Christina, when she was acting in the Dust Keep, I think we had a lot more amphitonite than usual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was more like production of it being farmed, as well as basically unclean ways of burning it to get more energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, as far as you could tell, though, all of that was still just it's from the volcano and the volcanic activity. You've never seen it being able to grow on the body and from the body, so this is very unnatural.
Yeah.
Should we maybe call the Ashara and kind of maybe warn her in case this kind of stuff is new? I don't know what exactly it does, but you know what I mean?
I'm okay with that. I think we should. It's not a priority.
No, not right now.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Can you track, I suppose, a crystal call?
Huh?
I want to make sure we are not giving away our anything with Nicoletta.
Or we could just send a letter through Speedy.
Yeah, that works also.
That would be fine as well.
Okay. We can do that later.
Okay.
Yeah, we should explore this area more. Do you think?
Frantically searching for Speedy's theme.
Later.
Let's step outside, I suppose, and continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot more stuff here. What is
that?
that?
You can see as you guys walk away, the spirit just kind of it resigns itself to just it just begins to sit back down on the ground once more. Just staring.
Is this chair still here?
You're still here, yeah.
Can I sit it upright for him to sit?
Yeah, you do so. He kind of looks at you funny for a little bit.
I just shrug and kind of motion for him to sit if he wants to.
I mean, he could sit on the ground. Is the ground
Well, yeah, but this is his chair.
Just stone rocks on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Hey, guy.
Yeah.
How's he hanging?
Andreas.
No, how's it hanging? How are we doing?
Oh.
He looks at you dead-eyed.
I don't know if he can look any other way. Shoot, my
Get out of here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. Stream's over.
Pretty bad.
Pretty bad. Oh, why though? You. I mean, you died already. How worse can it get?
I have been sitting here for what feels like years, just waiting. I can't go any further than maybe a handful of feet outside this place.
Oh.
I am stuck, I am bored, and I am tired. I really want to leave.
Well, how can we
think
help you
it's-
leave?
Yeah, you think it's unfinished business, or
You think what?
you think it's an unfinished business situation, or just your cards forever?
The only thing I've noticed is that my body's been growing back crystals. It's the only thing I can tell.
Dude. Ooh.
Hey, Dea.
Yes.
How does your country do funeral services?
Well, you are burned on a funeral pyre and your ashes are scattered, but before that, you are laid to rest with a few coins in your hand to pay the ferryman once you make it to the underworld. I actually was going to leave him some coins as before we moved on.
Yeah, do that. I think we have to move on though. You can follow us if the coins don't work.
Well, he said that he can't really leave like more than a few feet.
Oh, he has to stay in this house. Oh, that's fucked up.
Yes.
Do we have movies we can leave for him?
You want your iPad?
You hear the Regicide
my God.
Magister just go in and just like, oh, you can do the play. Just do a one-man show right here.
But I have to go though.
Damn, you're right.
Oh,
I put
God.
on a copy of Demon Guard. Here we go. Yeah, hope the wind favors you, and eventually you see some pages.
Oh no!
He nods, looks at the title. His hand goes through the book, so we can't really flip it.
Yeah, I mean,
He just kind of
you could
sighs and just looks at the art.
I mean, something.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
I mean, we'll go-
Tsubaki kind of side eyes it as it passes by her.
We'll come back for you though. We just we have we're running out of time. I think.
right.
Okay, we go.
Dan zooms in, puts like 2 gold in his hands, and then just kind of goes, "They're foreigners. I'm so sorry."
yeah. What's this?
Hey, since I
What's
stepped
also
away,
happening?
can we all see the ghosts?
Oh shit! Yeah, you all can.
Well, we
Sorry.
didn't get the pomegranate seeds.
And we
thought
did
I heard 'em.
earlier, so we could
We
so you could
did.
see Orpheus.
Yeah.
Did she get those out? Because I thought because they were in
I
the bag.
had them. They were not in the bag.
Elena
I
did.
had them.
I misthought.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just Dea's stuff that's in the bag of holding that's being held hostage by Onimori.
Okay, I thought that was in Dea stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Dea, since it's been 2-ish weeks in my
Ooh.
head, would you be so kind as to remind me what we're looking for out here?
The drop-off point, that Nicoletta leaves Imptionite for the Lady in Red. We are wanting to intercept it so that she starts losing favor, as it will be a lot more
So we're looking
devastating
for
for
a
her.
bunch of Amgenite?
I believe. I don't know if it'll be in a bag or packaged or if
Shipment of it, at least.
so we are just searching.
Mhm.
I have a spell that can help find items, but I'd need something more specific than that.
Do you need actual Ampgenite? We have
Well, like, there's I'm dying.
No.
There's Amgenite everywhere, right, Dea?
yes.
Maybe like a specific container that it's in. If I just look for Amgenite, it's gonna point me everywhere.
Ah, yes. I cannot say what she is putting it in, no.
Hmm.
So we just have to search by hand.
I agree.
Okay. Let's go ahead and looks like some people have moved around some places. Ash, are you checking out like the crane area?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
Crane.
So as you remember for when
That
you
true
rushed to
thing?
Delaware the first time, this was the place that like Dea was effectively strung up by Nicoletta, and you saw her fall from that distance.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this seems. Does it seem fairly intact?
Somewhat. This is definitely the newest thing that's currently just in the area.
Yeah, I guess Ash would do a quick once over, I guess, to see if this seems like it had been moved here recently.
Mhm.
Like perhaps evidence or some sort of sign of what was being lifted, how it was moved here, like just something. Yeah, if I can figure anything out about this.
Smart. Yeah, investigation check.
Ooh, yeah, I could do that.
I'll give you I'll give you vague information on perception if you want that too.
Not much better. All right, here we go.
14. Okay. With some of like the scuff marks that are basically like there, you can tell that like it was some of these pieces or something of the like was at least dragged from this direction. There we go. You see the ping?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, now you can't really tell much beyond that. It's just kind of going in that direction there, but like,
Sure.
yeah, now something in that direction.
Interesting.
TRM.
Also, for
Yeah.
the sake of streaming, I'm gonna move Ash into these houses so Ash can see what's
Yeah.
going on, but I'm not actually going in these places.
Cool. Yeah, now once we have everyone explore all the houses, I'll light up the whole map.
Yeah, you're all good. Oh, it's on this side.
TRM. As you look in this building, you can see that there is another body that's within there. The pose looks like they were dead asleep. As once again, you can see that like you can see much larger crystals are growing out of their body. These are very clearly like not only are they Ampchinite, as far as you can tell, like it seems to be very, very charged Ampchinite.
Oh. I'm gonna do a taste test on the Ampchinite, see how good it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give it a good lick.
Good. Yeah.
Okay, quick con save.
It's like looking at a 9-volt battery.
It is exactly like licking a 9-volt battery.
Constitution. Where the fuck is it? There it is.
12, good stuff. As you take 2 lightning damage. This probably isn't the first time you've attempted this feat. You're
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Good. That didn't hurt. You should do it again.
You should do it again.
Yeah, it tastes a little shocky, as you kind of expected when of all the Ampchinite you've tasted, though, this one has a pretty solid kind of kick to it. The thing is, though, as like you lick the crystal, there's there's a memory that begins to flash within your mind. It seems to be a farmer, as you can see flashes of their life begin to play out. Of like the early hours, they would wake up in the morning and toil up in the fields. At like the family they'd begun to grow and like raise with and you can see as like the memories begin to fade that last night where they are dead exhausted from tending to their fields. They hear a rumbling in the middle of the dead of night, and suddenly, poof, everything is gone.
Shit.
Yeah, as you like take your face away from the Ampchinite, you can kind of see in like the reflections of the crystals appear to be like a silhouette of a person.
Hey, buddy, you in there?
Help me.
Oh fuck. Dude, how do I help you, friend?
I don't know. Where are you?
Um.
I've been alone for so long.
Oh no. Are they like in awe of the Emptionite that's there? Or like,
Yeah, you
oh,
can see that like all of the Imshnet begins to glow as like the you can hear the voice.
oh no.
It all pulsates different colors as like with each word that they say.
Yo, no. Uh, we're figuring stuff out. You should you should be out of there soon. Like maybe like 5 to 6 business days.
I see. Just make it as quick as you can.
You know, we'll do our best. Do,
Thank
uh,
you.
oh no, you're welcome, my friend. I would take you with me, but you know it's a lot of. Oh boy.
Hmm.
Uh,
Redman is going through his character sheet. What can I do? What can I do?
Yeah.
like yeah,
Mhm. You want me to come back to you?
yeah, for sure. I'll be
Okay.
back later. Yeah.
Cool. Let's go ahead and cut over to Subaki. You see a extremely similar thing in this house over here. As you can also see that like it's someone just curled up like on the ground, seemingly cowering. As once again like there's an abundance of crystals that are growing from their body.
Oh, like a live person?
No, dead. They similar to like the first body you saw. They seem to be entombed in like the soot and ash.
Okay.
Can you unlock
Very
the
much
door?
dead. As much as you can help. Yeah,
Can you unlock the door? I can't unlock the door. Thank you
should be
so
open.
much.
Okay.
I believe in you.
It's okay. I got it, guys.
Tsubaki just looks at it with a frown and notes how large the collection of crystals are. They're just sprouting everywhere. They're not like organized in any way, are they?
They seem to be kind of almost. I suppose the word you might use is blooming from the body.
Just from the
Yeah.
body?
Mainly from the body. You can see that there's a couple of crystals that are scattered around the area, but it seems to be like the main source is the body. As you approach and get a little bit closer, you also can see just like a strange, distorted silhouette in like the crystals. It's a very faint voice says, "Is someone there?"
Tsubaki looks very surprised and she leans in to take a look at this silhouette. Yes, who are you?
Yeah. You can see like the distorted visage of a woman. Appears to be on the older side, as she just goes, "Look, I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry. Just can you let me out of here?"
I'm not sure how, but I can figure it out. Do you know what happened to you?
I don't know. There was the volcano. It erupted. We couldn't get out, and then I was here.
Where is here?
I don't know. I can't really see very well. I can hear your voice and I can hear your footsteps.
Hmm.
Can you see where I am?
Yeah, you're inside some sort of crystal.
What? Can you get me out?
I'll do my best. She kneels down. Is this isolated to one of the crystals, or is it like all of them?
It seems to be, yeah, no, as like the voice speaks, all of the crystals begin to pulsate in a rhythm.
Hmm. Can I cast Detect Magic on this?
Sure.
Oops. I'm getting connection
What
issues.
what does your detect magic look like?
She waves her hand, says some magic words. My game just did some weird shit, sorry.
Oh yeah.
And
What was
it's
the
not a
detect
very
magic?
complicated looking spell, but like a little bit of like branch chain comes out of her sleeve as she casts.
Yeah, is it something where like the branches of the flowers kind of tell you more about like the magic, or like?
I think she just, inherently begin to see things.
Okay. Yeah. As like you begin to kind of like look at like the crystals, you can see that there is a strong aura of necromancy within these.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. It is a blinding aura of necromancy.
So this is just a spirit that I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to gather some more information, but I'll do what I can to help you.
Right. Please do hurry.
Tsubaki takes 2 gold coins and sets them next to the crystal, like an offering to a spirit.
You do so. All right. With that, let me go ahead and light up the map. Boop, boop. Can everyone see now?
Yes.
Ah.
There's light.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Let there be light.
Cool. Cutting over to Elena, and it looks like Day kind of wandered over to that area too. Elena, as you kind of walk over to the beach side, you can see that there is an overturned boat, as well as like a handful of debris that's kind of within that area. Yeah. Do you want to check anything else out on the beach, or?
Yeah, I want to see, like, is there anything in these boats, or like
Mhm.
any symbols on the boats, or anything like that?
Sure. As you go ahead and lift up or at least attempt to lift up the boat, go ahead and roll me an athletic check. Not too high. DC 12 here.
19.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's relatively easy for you to lift it up, as you can see that there are in fact a shipment of crates that are underneath this boat.
Oh. Can I open a crate?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you pop one open, you can in fact see that there are in fact crystals inside. Seems to be a shipment of Amgenite.
Oh, I found what they
Mhm.
were talking about. Okay.
Yeah, no, it doesn't seem to have an address on it, so um, I would say with just like your passive insight there, you would be able to tell that like this is some kind of pickup destination
Yeah.
for whoever. Yeah, now
How many crates are there? A lot?
we'll say that there are. Let's go with 2 big crates.
Can I
Um,
lift one on each arm?
yep,
Like,
you
slowly
do.
make my way toward everybody.
Yep, as you lift up the crates, Dea, something that you would notice off on like the edge of the beach there appears to be another spirit. Um, as you can see that they are a pretending to hold a fishing rod as they stare out onto the sea. And Dea, you recognize this person. That is the fisherman that you remember taking care of you in Delaware years on years ago.
Damn.
I think she would try to slide down the cliff face. If Foundry lets me slide down the cliff face, I think it disconnected me.
Damn.
Pain. It'll reload momentarily. But when I have control of my character again,
I'll slide you down.
yeah, she would just very hesitantly approach.
Yeah, you can see his back is to you, currently focused on the sea.
I had really hoped that you had escaped.
And who might that be?
You know who you are. Rodina? I am glad to at least see you kept going after I left.
Rodina. Huh. It's been a very long time. I remember a little girl from all the way back when I was alive. She gave me a painting, my wife. It was my most treasured possession.
You kept it.
Kept it. I hung it up on my wall, and every morning when I woke up, I looked at it and I was reminded of the love I had lost. Dea, is that really you?
It is beyond all comprehensible fate.
I tried to write you a couple of times, but no worries if you were busy. I mean, important things in the capital and whatnot.
You wrote to me? I never received such letters.
Cursed mail system. I'm happy to see that you're still alive, as it were.
In a sense, yes.
You were, no good.
Where is your body? We've found some of the others, but
I think at this point all that might remain of me are those crystals. I think everything else is gone.
but I don't. Are you at the ocean bed? How long have you been down there?
Ever since the volcano erupted, it's been hard to keep track of time, considering.
I do not blame you. It almost feels like this place is frozen in time.
Hmm. I'm sorry you have to see our little town like this. In truth, if you ever visited again, I'd hope that we could throw you some kind of party or something for, someone whose greatness was bound for the capital.
I don't think much of what I did was too great anymore, so no need to worry.
What did they do to you there? I remember the bright-eyed and cheery girl that would affectionately run around chasing after cats, and I see someone who is as tired as I am standing before me.
A lot. More than I could have known when I first was alive. I'm finally seeing the truth that I couldn't then.
I'm so sorry, Dea. If I had known, I wouldn't have.
It is not your fault. The first time I got the vision, I did not come to you to be dissuaded. I wanted to help. I could not have known what everything could have built up to.
Suppose not. Even still, I'm very gladdened to see you again.
I am
Dea,
glad.
might I ask you a favor?
Yes, of course.
Those crystals that are in the box. I think after all this time, that seems to be the center of the limits of where I can go. I've been around for far too long, just sitting here trying to go through my old routines, trying to keep to my memories and my sanity as long as I can. Would you please free me?
If we can. I do not know what the others wish to do with it, but if we can destroy it or something of the sort.
If that's what it takes, then so be it.
I don't know if she could think about what else to say. Maybe just stand there in the moment and just absorb the feeling of being home again.
You try and bask in the memories of what your idea of home is. When Nicoletta was done with this place, she made sure that even the memory of this place was wiped from the stain of history. Even still, you remember what this place once was.
Right, just stay like this until what's the word? Someone calls her to attention. Or perhaps if it's long enough and people are still looking, she might wander over to where Elena has the crystals. And then just kind of like follow her, I suppose, a bit as she moves to bring him back.
Yeah. I will note, Elena, you at least would probably be within earshot of this conversation going on as you were investigating the boat.
We will let her know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shoot.
Izzy's being a
BRB.
psycho and listening in the car again.
Elena's minding her own business.
Helena doesn't eavesdrop, actually.
Yeah. God. So true. Okay. Did you want to go back to any of the others then? Do you want to kind of cut around a little, or?
Oh boy. I mean, Ash would be looking to check up with everyone after checking out the big crane and seeing everyone have these horrific moments with these crystals. Ash was like,
I've missed something.
Yeah, I'd say when people start moving towards the beach.
yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Can I look in the stump?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. As you kind of look around at the stump, go ahead and roll me an investigation check with advantage. Low DC.
So I say advantage because I'm a tree.
Who knows? Tree communication.
16.
16. As you look at the stump, you can see that there is in fact a hatch on the stump. Something to investigate later, perhaps.
I open it.
Okay. You can see that there's a stairwell that leads off into darkness.
Oh, I close it again.
Okay.
Hey, it's okay. Don't spend too much time if you're stumped.
I'm not gonna go into the hole in the ground without the party with me.
For sure. Ash gets hit in the head with a brick. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, as we reconvene, I think Tsubaki would just.
I'm still hanging out with the
Oh, shit.
farm
Oh yeah, you
boy.
gotta do your thing. Have you thought of it yet?
Yeah. Hey. I have two plans right now.
Okay.
Okay, can you feel this? He kicks the crystal.
Yeah, you're just gonna just you're not trying to break it off, you're just trying to just do a solid kick.
Yeah, just a solid kick.
I kind of felt like the walls vibrating. Something around me is vibrating.
All right. So it was the walls, it wasn't you.
I guess not.
Okay, I have to talk to some friends real quick. I'll be right back to you. Buddies,
Right.
come here. He go cross-eyed for a second. Okay, so I know you're in the spirit world or whatever. Do you think we could, take some refugees.
Oh my god.
Seems like a flawless plan.
Holy shit.
You can see as like the second fucking think about this. Hold on. Fucking threw me for fucking Jesus fucking Christ.
Flawless plan. No notes.
How
You
does
can
the sword work?
yeah, you can see as like the rain of blood goes and says like, oh yeah, we get more roomies, hell yeah, dude. As yeah, the rolling mountain just like it seems a little cramped, but I'm down. As the regicide magister quickly just says like, hold on, okay. I don't know if we can. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel for these people, and I'd let them in if we could, but I don't exactly know if we can just let people in. As
Okay,
far
so
as I know, the only big connection between us is we all wielded the same weapon.
yeah. So my current plan is I'm gonna stab that crystal.
And well, wouldn't that
That
well,
the overall thing is he said the crystals are like a room for him. So if we
okay?
stab the crystal, we might be making an opening. So if you're making an opening, then either he can fuck off into the afterlife, or get stuck here, or get destroyed. I gotta ask him. Hey, buddy, farm boy.
Yeah.
What kind of stage of life are you on? Do you just long for the sweet release of death, or you're just anything goes? Like if you just stopped feeling everything, would that be better?
I don't know. I mean, at this point, if death is what awaits me, it seems better than this sort of agony.
Okay, so we have. I can't promise you anything yet, but I can take you out, and maybe you get some roommates soon, or something else that I don't know what.
I'm willing to try anything. As you can hear the regicide magister go, okay, I mean, there's a thought with that there, actually. I mean, some of the enemies that we slay, we can raise them up as some kind of half corporeal form, right?
Yeah, I mean I haven't done that a lot because it feels bad, right?
Yeah, no, it does. I guess in this case, though, I mean, someone who can't move or speak or anything like that, being able to give them some kind of body, it might be at least some step up. And, if they don't appreciate that, we can just kind of send them
Yeah,
on to the next spot.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's not the plan we currently have.
Yeah, you can roll 3 versus just like, I'm down with this. Yep, let's do it.
Okay, farm boy, what do you say? Ready for to roll the dice?
Yeah, all right, bracing myself.
All right, here we go. And I'm gonna stab into the Emptonite with the Vajra.
All right. As you do so, you can feel that like the Amgenite within Vajra begins to react as like all the crystals suddenly begin to alight. As you can you can hear like the farmer just go like, okay, I can definitely feel something's happening here. It feels like there's some kind of tremendous amount of energy. I'm all tingly and stuff.
Okay, things are happening, and we don't know if that's good or not yet. So
all of
gotta
the
keep
crystals
going.
are growing are growing bright.
Oh shit!
Yeah, no. You keep one final burst into everything.
Yeah, I start revving the Vajra.
Great. Yeah, you do so, and as it begins to rev out of control, everyone who's outside of the building suddenly sees this building blow up. As go ahead and roll me a death save.
Hell yeah.
I love Ash. I love the idea of us standing outside and going, "Ha, we should meet back up with the Red Menace."
Boom.
We
I
haven't
rolled
had
what?
him back for a
Dex
day,
save?
and he's already
Dex
gonna murk
save, hell yeah.
himself
Mhm.
again.
Now introducing the ranch manager is really good.
That's 19.
You save. You only take half this amount of damage.
Let's go.
I kind of want you to roll a
100
shitload
plus
of
100
dice. I
plus.
want to see it fuck up my screen. Damn.
Sorry, you take 25 damage. You take 12 points of force damage, actually,
Oh.
as you are suddenly just sent flying out of the building. As you can see, like the spirit, you can feel like all three of like the people within you begin to kind of go, okay, so haven't really done this before, gonna try and go for it. As would you like to use one of your hexblade features?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and post that.
Where is it? It's the new sheet again. So I think this one.
Yeah, great. As you can see that a ghostly apparition begins to appear before you. As they begin to kind of like look around and just like look at like their pale kind of ghostly hands, they just like kind of just like yell out a bit of a yelp for a second as they go like, oh, why do I look like this? I can move though.
Yeah, it's you're kind of a specter right now. Oof. Oh boy.
A specter? What does that mean?
A ghost, a ghoul, not just a
A
ghoul.
ghoul.
You're the ghoul.
A cadaver. Sorry.
Not me.
A ghoul. Oh God. Okay. What does that mean for me exactly?
It means you're free from whatever that thing is, and like, from what I understand, you're free to go to the normal afterlife after I release you.
Yeah, as you can hear, like all three of like the voices within your head, like they're all just kind of going like in sync, just like we could probably only do this for like maybe 24 hours.
Oh man.
If he has a bucket list, he needs to do them now.
Yeah, right. Do you want to hang out for now, or do you want to just go? We can just let you go.
How long can I be like this?
24 hours.
I mean,
Well, to be
24 hours
specific,
I'm
it's at
free.
the end of your next long rest.
Let's just say 24 hours.
Before Red Menace becomes a coffee
your
walk real fast.
voices go in there and just say, we can only do this until you fall asleep again.
Hey, I can stay awake for a little longer if you want to hang out.
A day seems fair, actually.
Yeah?
You know what? Kinda. If I just have a day to do whatever and then I can move on. Yeah, let's hang out. Finally, it's been the first time in what feels like hundreds of years I can do something.
All right. We have. Oh my God, we have things to do still, but you can fuck off and do your thing, or you can stay with us.
But you know what? People gonna react weird to me if I go into town like this. Is this a normal thing now? Do people do this?
No, I don't think it's a normal thing. I think people go, that's a little weird. Like I think spells are normal. They say, someone's doing something weird, and
Yeah. Okay. So I guess it sounds like probably just hanging out with you guys for now.
All right then.
Yeah, no, you seem like you seem like the coolest person I've literally met in years. So I will stick by your side.
Hey, that's real cool of you for saying that. Thank you. All right, we gotta leave. Let's vote.
Yeah. What's your name again?
I'm the Red Menace.
Nice to meet you. It's Marius.
Marius, all right.
All right. As you've now gained Marius as a specter. If you decide to use if you get into any battles, Marius can in fact use the accursed specter stat block and function as the same as the accursed specter, but he does have his own free autonomy.
I think running over to the front door because geez Louise, you just
the
heard
explosion.
an explosion. Ash is like,
The Red Menace, did I just hear you say the name Murray? Oh.
Yes, and he hung out with us, you know.
Hello. I suppose.
Hi?
You're not bound to a crystal.
Not anymore, it seems like.
Okay. Well, I suppose,
The Red Menace, how did you do that?
I just, stabbed into the crystals. Big explosion.
Oh. I found someone else in a similar situation, but I'm not sure. I mean, would you be willing to try it again?
I can, but however, they won't turn into, like a goo like my friend Marcus here, Marius.
Oh.
I can only do that once in a long rest. They would be free though, as far as I know.
Oh, then maybe we can try it tomorrow. Assuming we can make it safe and not explode.
Take an explosion.
Yeah, that's the most safe. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
So, did anyone find anything interesting?
By the way, before this conversation continues, I'm assuming Dan and Elena will make their way over, or do you want to do a separate scene before we join the group?
what a great question.
I think
Kate is
Izzy still away.
No, Izzy's back.
I hear like
Izzy's back?
faintly screaming in the distance.
There's Izzy.
Hello? Okay.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Yes.
Kate, you
Okay.
there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Elena, who doesn't eavesdrop, by the way, doesn't know what's in these boxes. So she's just carrying the boxes like, hey, I think I found the shipment.
Are you gonna meet up with us?
Yeah.
Over here?
I believe it is more than a shipment, Elena. Could I actually bother you for a moment?
Yeah, what's up?
And well, now that you're making me come back down to the beach, she slides back down the rocks again.
I could have gone, okay.
It is fine. I wanted to ask from yesterday. Why did you stand up for me to Nicoletta? I've been nothing but awful to you, and there was nothing for you to gain out of it.
Well, first of all, Nicoletta is a butt. I don't like her. For two, she's hurt two people that I care about now. Well, all of us, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
I don't know. Just seemed like a good thing to do. I don't get to talk back to people often, so it's fun.
I suppose you are right. I also wanted to ask, did Did you truly mean it?
Mean what?
Way back, well, I even think when we were still in Mistral Peak, that you would wait until I trusted you enough to want to befriend you.
You see her blink like 20 times and she just stares at you like, oh shit. I mean, yeah. I did. I do. You want to be friends? She's like so confused on where this came from.
She'd start making a little closer to the ocean's edge. She's very nervously wringing her hands. Elena, have you had any thoughts about why? Do you think I don't trust you or any of you?
Well, I mean, for one, me, I can understand a little more, considering, eh, I mean, I'm not really the best person to ask because I'm still interacting with new people and like experiencing that for the first time. But based on like our interaction with Nicoletta, she was kind of a bitch, so I understand your hesitancy, I guess. But if you want to explain, I would appreciate it to understand better.
Please don't think this is too strange, then. She
Okay.
moves to dip her hands into the ocean, and she rubs the makeup off of her fingers.
Oh.
The first attempt on my life after I got to Thermyrus was when I was no older than 15 summers old. I had only been there a few months, and a girl a little bit older than me had wanted to sneak away to go steal some drinks together.
Elliot, mute. I can hear you typing.
That's not me, that's Shivam.
Shivam! Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to listen.
Oh my god. She used a thick wire to try to stop me from breathing, but I was able to get away. And she takes off her right bracer, and you could see very noticeable crisscross marks on her forearm. Not long after, the Emperor invited gladiators and their teams, who drove in chariot racers to the palace for an event. I had gotten close to try and pet some of the animals when another wire had been planted and trapped my wrist. I was able to avoid the one that would have wrapped around my leg to tear me in half. It was about a mile before I was able to loosen myself. And she takes off the other bracer, and it's a large 3-4 inch gash going clear through on both sides. And if you squint, you could see the cat tattoo.
Fuck.
So I had started selling some of my paintings under a fake name to start to pay for a private set of guards to protect me. It was not enough, as it appears someone had paid them off to harm me instead. One of them had cut the sickle into my wrist to keep me from being able to paint. But by that point, I had at least taught myself enough to use my other hand enough to be able to cast a few spells to scare them off. In Thermyrus, my life constantly was on edge. I blocked my doors and windows. I would set up traps of bells and chimes to wake me if someone entered my room. never staying in in one spot too long to avoid being caught alone. And I have not eaten anything given to me in over 15 years, unless I have seen someone else eat it as well, due to my food being constantly tampered with poisons and things meant to harm me. Over the years, the people who kept coming after me got a lot better at their task, but for me standing here, clearly not enough. And she'll continue to take off the rest of her clothing as if she were to go for a dip in the ocean right there. She folds them neatly in a pile, standing in her underclothes, and from her upper body to her thighs, you see that Dea is covered in a multitude of slash and puncture scars, much like a used cutting board, along with a large, dark teal burn that covers the majority of her back. And she is shaking. She does so. Not long after I had arrived, I had slowly gained a small group of what I thought were my friends among other members of the palace. I had done my best to be kind and try to better their lives, as I had never had such acquaintanceship before. I had originally thought the whole world was after me, until one day I heard straight from the horse's mouth that I was no more than a stepping stone to greater prospects, disposable at the moment's notice. For everything I had done, for the first friends that I thought cared about me, only to be worth nothing. What truly culminated at that point is that I became scared of other people. So, to keep myself safe, I distanced myself from them. And I started becoming mean and spiteful, so that if anyone tried to get close again, I would be able to see their false intentions right away. So when I got my memories back, and with how Dr. White had described everyone, I could only think about what would happen if any of you got too close with the power and the potential everyone had to possibly bring harm. And as we have traveled, I have seen it over and over again, how devastating each of you can be. So I tried to keep up the same act so no one would want or even consider getting close. I did not act without what I thought was a valid reason. Until yesterday, I had no idea. Nicoletta was puppeting my whole life, and everyone close to me. Caused every misfortune I ran into. So I did all of them. And every and terrible action then and now have been for nothing. So that is why I cannot trust you, and why I have been off, and I am sorry.
Elena keeps a very calm expression as you begin to explain your story and show her your scars. At some point, she set down the crates of crystals and gave you her full attention the entire time. But when you apologize, she takes one step forward, watching your movements to see if that's okay. She doesn't want to scare you. Her body language is very open, if that helps.
Yeah, she's just very watching, very intently.
She doesn't say anything. Just one step at a time, very carefully, begins to approach Dea until she's standing right in front of her. You're forgiven. I am so, so sorry that you went through all of that. I can't imagine. The pain. I can't imagine. And she holds out her hand. It's palm up. Not like a handshake, but as like a peace offering kind of thing. I have no ill intentions toward you, Dea. I know if it will take a while for you to actually trust me, that's okay. I don't know how I can earn your trust. Or your real friendship, if you want that. But I am not going to allow Nicoletta to hurt you any more than she already has. So, sorry, go ahead.
I'll be honest, it is still very unfamiliar to me. But I wish to at least show one of you and because this will be the first and last time I think I ever do so to someone. So that when I apologize to the others as well, they will believe my reasoning.
She grows a very warm smile, and she slowly moves her hand toward one of yours, but just enough to where you can see where her hand is going, and like hesitates to take yours.
Tries not to jump, but it's still a little force of habit. I mean, she'll still hold out like a finger, I suppose. I was gonna say, if you roll probably a very easy insight check for me, Izzy, I got nothing.
Bro, her passive insight's insane. I don't even know what it is.
I think you can understand very clearly why Dea does not like being touched now.
Yep. Elena will take her pinky and loop it through Dea's.
I just want to do better. For those I wronged when I first lived. For those I wronged now.
I want to do the same.
You will help explain, I suppose, a little when
Yes.
Onimori does return, so I may apologize to everyone else.
Yes, I will. But for now, I think a clean slate between both of us is needed. So, hi, my name is Elena. It's nice to meet you. She has this goofy little grin.
Hello, my name is Dea Delawai. It's wonderful to make your acquaintance.
I cannot wait to go on some adventures with you, Miss Dea Delawai. But I do think I heard an explosion that we should probably go address. So,
the sweet scene happens and there's an explosion in the background.
Michael Bay is happening over there,
Like,
while the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants is happening over here.
Yeah, I'm really picturing like you two, like the interlink the pinkies, just smiling at each other, and then in the background, just a very distant boom.
Oh,
God.
I was thinking of like after Dea's done describing it, just behind Elena as she's sitting there, just background. It's like,
God. I think a last thing to end the scene before
Aw.
they return is thank you for this, but it's probably the kindest thing someone has ever done for me.
You have nothing to thank. It is my pleasure. And also, that's a lie. I made you guys cookies one time, and I thought it was really nice, but okay.
Add mine to Maple.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I'll make cookies again then, and then it'll be the better one. And she starts helping gather your clothes and gives it to you. And your, like, jewelry and stuff.
As she starts to don everything and quickly reapply more makeup. As if I can post that art.
art.
Where the fuck is it?
Give me a moment.
Hand it over.
Us foaming at the mouth. Where is it? Ooh!
Yeah, are we giving a shout out to, by the way?
No coming.
Yes, this is to Bond Squiggle again on X, Twitter. I haven't checked if they have a Blue Sky. That is bad on me, but I will go find their at.
Hell yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
It's a fucking crazy burn.
Mm-hmm.
Open link? Question mark? Hey, there we go. Okay, I was trying to have it shown on screen. Ooh.
Yeah. There we go.
It's very cool.
All right. As you two join the others with as you pass by the smoldering remains.
And guys, what's happening over here?
This is Mario, I think.
Yeah.
Mario?
You know what? You guys can call me that, sure.
Okay.
It's a Marius, I think.
What is
Mhm.
Marius?
Yeah.
Okay, hi Marius.
We both found some crystals with what seems to be spirits trapped inside of them, and the Red Menace managed to free his. Mine we're still working on.
I found the pickup stuff, and she's like motioning to the giant fucking crate she's carrying.
Oh, well, that makes what I found a little confusing. There's a
What'd you find?
passageway hidden in the tree stump north of here.
Cool.
Secret
Hey, Marius, I think you should
tunnel.
check that out.
Yeah, maybe it is something connected with the drop-off. Perhaps a passageway here to somewhere else.
Nicoletta does
where
seem
it's
to be
being
a
stored or
fan.
processed or...
Yes, Nicoletta does seem to be a fan of subterranean passages.
Some
You know,
you're
subterranean
right.
complex. Yes. Interesting.
Okay, so what do we do with, like... Is there more of these crystal guys?
Oh yeah, there's at least 3?
Oh,
2.
okay. 2.
Like,
Wait, is there a
2
crystal guy in here? She opens the...
In a partially smoldering building.
Yeah, no, this one's cleared out. There's 2 more in this building, and Elena, you're grabbing the crystals on the rocks, right?
Yeah. I opened the crate to see, like, is there a ghosty in there?
There's not a ghosty within there, but as you were dragging the crystals over, you can see that, like, almost involuntarily, the Minister Adina begins to also be dragged over towards you guys.
I think it actually might be best if we just outright destroy them. That box at least.
Oh, okay.
you know that's gonna... That's killing them. But what me and Marius are doing, he gets like an extra day to just hang out before finding out what's in the other side.
Are you saying this within range of the specter that's being brought along with
Yeah, if it's close enough, yeah.
Yeah, he kind of coughs to add to the discussion. As he looks over you all, he says, "I'm think I'm good with the extra day. You can save it for the others that'll need that. At
So
this
just wanna.
point.
No, it's
So-
heaven or hell. It's we don't know. Have you been nice? Are you a nice person?
Wait, do you know Santa?
I
No, I'm
suppose
kidding.
that's for Hades to decide, isn't it?
Sure.
Hmm.
In any case, I've made my peace with that, and yeah, I think I'm ready to move on.
Did you know Marius?
As he looks over, you can see Marius wave as he just waves back and goes, "Yes, we did live in the same town."
Hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna set
yeah.
these boxes down. Sorry, I didn't realize that was you, sir.
Yeah, no worries.
Ash, are you okay? You're like coughing up a lung.
Hey, he has been sick since
I have
Maple has.
I
gone, yeah?
consistently cough up blood. This is not a new.
Mhm.
Yeah,
His
I missed like a week of stuff, and I remember that being a thing.
Yeah,
Do you need like a checkup or something?
Elena,
Mhm.
I mean this in the nicest way. You are perhaps the only doctor that I could go to and say, I'm coughing up my magically black.
Okay, well,
tainted
I
blood."
can check it out later and see if there's something.
There
I don't
there
know.
just hasn't been a really
Anyways.
good moment,
Anyways,
you know, like.
You're right. Okay, we done later. Do we want to take a 15 here?
What are you talking about?
What do
you
Leonard,
This
that's
is Nolan
we
saying,
have
I think
things
we
to
should
do."
take a 15 here.
Let's take a
fuck?
15-minute break.
Oh my
What the
god.
Jesus.
Leave me alone, damn.
You fucking called Nolan out for his coughing.
So
So
sorry.
Let's
Damn.
we're allowed to just call each other out for meta shit.
Alright.
Ooh, I'm the voice of God speaking to you all. Ooh.
Whoa, hey, wait! Can you tell us if Marius is going up or down?
Oh, damn, straight down. No.
Damn.
Oh shit, Marius! Sorry.
Sorry, Marius.
Elena, is this one of your deities? I don't understand.
I don't know
Oh
this
my
god.
Well, we'll be back in 15 minutes. That's the exclusives. What else, though? Welcome back, gang. We're all here.
I'm back.
When we get back from break, we like to share fun facts about our characters, so you guys get to know them better. Fun fact about Ash: Ash often got pranked with Ash. Whenever, whether it was putting a lot of it in his quiver, so when he pulled out arrows, it was sort of like go everywhere, or just putting it under his pillow. This was often done by Cut to get them to lighten up, even though it often left most things dark and grimy. The pun was not enjoyed either.
It's really
God.
funny.
Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
For Dea, occasionally poachers would travel to Delaware to try and overharvest the local ecosystem to make some quick coin. To keep them away, Dea had spread rumors of a sea beast that lived in the shallows and used the echoes of sea caves to fake the roar of a monster.
Good. One of the best ways to keep Elena and other flying folk from Cielo on the ground was with fireworks. They would blind deafen her so she'd be forced to fight on the ground rather than in the skies.
New strat unlocked.
Write that down. Write that down. Write that down.
You can stunlock Helena with a firecracker.
Probably.
Fun fact. Tsubaki's favorite houseplant is a bonsai maple tree in the Ryote that's reportedly been there since before its founding. For some reason, it's named King Henry VIII, and there used to be several other trees along with it before their gradual and mysterious disappearances.
Goddamn.
Fun fact: the Red Menace had so many visits to the hospital, he knew most of the staff by name.
That's a vibe.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Fun fact. Nicolette has a hobby of gardening. While she tells people it's a way for her to relax, in truth, most of the plants are key ingredients in the poison she makes.
Wow, what a really fucked up fun
Wow.
fact there, Shivam. That's
Yeah,
so
I got
cool.
you. Mhm.
That's a really cool. It's a really
All
cool
right.
fact.
Let's go ahead and cut back in right where we left off. Yeah, you have the boxes of Amptionite, 2 more bodies, as well as the hatch to discuss.
Yeah.
So what should we do with this? Like, I mean, like all the crystals. Do we like? Because what's her name's coming to like collect all this stuff, right? And we're trying to have her not do that.
Yes.
Yes.
Um, the
Doesn't seem like it's safe to destroy it.
I mean, I survived.
This is a lot more, I think.
I mean, there was a lot in there before. I mean, you could use a spell.
Let's start by taking it with us, and then it at least won't be where they expect it to be. That's my
Sure.
suggestion. Unless someone else has a better idea.
No, sure.
Okay.
I would like to destroy it eventually. The larger shipment. The person the crystals used to be, he is tied to it and just wishes to go.
Yeah, the specter near the box does nod.
I see.
Let me look at my spells and see what the fuck we can do. When we were fighting Nicoletta, was it Nicoletta the one who made the bubble thing, or was it Dea? I can't remember.
Nicoletta had the danger bubble.
Damn it. Okay. Never mind.
Why don't you call her up? Ask her
Hey,
for
bitch. I need the bubble real fast.
Eat it.
I mean,
Well-
either way, we should get going, right?
Yes, we should go down into
Yeah.
the stump.
Why are we going in the stump? What's happening? Why the stump?
We're investigating.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Can we leave this here for a second while we investigate the stump? Because I really don't want to carry around like big boxes.
Shall we hide it in one of the houses?
Yeah, we could. Yeah, that's fine.
Because we
That's where they go to collect the things anyway, so.
I mean, we'll be back, right?
Yeah.
I hope. It will be very difficult to put it in the bag.
Okay, I'm gonna go sit this down. I'll put it where the guy was with Demon Guard because he seemed really lonely, and I'll just have them talk to each other. So it's in this house now.
Yeah, you do so. Great.
All right, Marius, we're going to a stump.
All right, stump time.
Sometime.
Cool. As you guys head over and open up the hatch, do people roll me some perception checks?
Can I do something first?
Sure, go ahead.
Can I cast light
Okay.
to see a little farther down than what it says?
I see everything.
Damn.
It's too distracting.
Cool. Great. As you
Perception.
turn on the light, then no perception checks are no longer needed.
Oh.
As you turn on the light,
I have dark vision.
I have Delphi sight.
yeah, no,
I'm so
the dark vision would have been good for the perception checks, huh?
I can turn it off.
It's a little too late for that, I think.
I mean, it helps everybody.
Something's
Yeah.
gonna jump out and fucking eat us.
Yeah.
As you turn on the light, you can see that there's a giant mechanical lion at the bottom of the stairs that looks over at you. It seems to be about like 30 feet away, which is like these two huge wires that are like inside of it. And as it looks at you all, and it lets out this loud roar.
A
Agato.
what?
A
A
lion
lion.
made out of some kind of like looks like a mechanical in some kind of way.
It's a
It was a
gato.
Is it like just down the stairs?
It is just down the stairs, yes. And as the light
Okay.
flashes on, its attention's now on the light.
Huh.
It's a kitty.
What would you guys like to do?
Go pet it.
Eldritch Blast.
Oh.
Okay. With that, then.
No, it's fine.
I rate robots. Fuck.
Not even a meat lion, just a mechanical lion. That's bright as hell.
Oh, my eyes.
That's the light.
Loading.
That's the
No,
light.
it's the flash.
Alright,
Rowena.
Oh god, hold on. Where
Oh,
am
you
I?
might want to turn on Fog of War again.
Oh, that's so bright.
Also,
No.
this looks familiar.
That's
Great. Do.
Yeah. Considering there's a dead Onimori there.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
Give it a
What?
second. Give it a second.
what?
Oh, give
Give
it
it
a
a
second.
Huh?
It was the bathhouse. That's what no one was
Yeah, I
making
hit the
it
wrong
on.
map.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh my god, I do not see that everywhere.
Ash climbing down the ladder. Guys, there's the dead Onimori right there.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Fuck is like, what?
Glances over and there's just a hand sticking out of the
What
bag of
fuck are
holding.
you
And just
talking about?
the hand shoots him out of the bag of holding and is just.
Oh god, do we actually release Mapubba Lion though?
No. What did the
We
lion
can
do? We
take a
just woke him
lion,
up.
guys. That's too
the
sad.
robot. I fucking hate robots.
We just woke him up from a nap. That's our fault. That's my
Yeah,
fault,
To
really.
die.
No.
Great. And as the Red Menace, you begin to charge up your Eldritch Blasts here. I think let's go ahead and roll some initiative.
boy.
I don't want to fight him.
I want to kill him.
I'm gonna say it again. I hate these new sheets.
Same.
Everything's all over the damn place.
It's different.
Different.
Where the
Jesus.
fuck is? Where the fuck is the? I can't find.
I love
the
all of them
initiative.
being rolled on top of each other. It's very good.
That's why I was waiting. I
If
didn't
you
want
go
to
to
cut in
the
the
first
sheen.
page, Demo, it's under your character's picture on the left.
Oh, that's there. You go.
Yeah,
I
I
was looking
spent a
up.
very long time looking for it.
8.
I got a much higher roll than that. What do you mean? What do you mean I got a 7? Oh, it's because some of us have this.
yeah.
Oh, it's because Tsubaki has the same dice. I was like, I rolled a 16.
Oh yeah,
Lied to
fucking our
you.
default
No,
green
it's
dice.
okay. Oh,
Did
it's
you
not.
remember your short sword of warning?
I was just rolling. I was gonna roll twice. No, I need to roll
What does-
again.
What is this shit on me? What?
No, I
Oh, shit.
watched you on the
That's
one
a
and
marker to let you know
two
it's your
one.
turn.
Oh my
I could
god.
have sworn I did say
That's
Oh,
really
well,
funny. I didn't know what it was either.
Oh, that's
did
new.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
sorry.
I thought,
What the hell is
God,
happening?
I thought I was about to get smited. Holy shit.
There we
Nolan,
go.
why don't you
You
just
are
throw up
the
that
chosen
battle
one.
map?
13. It's the same one. Do I need to reload the page?
Yeah, reload. Hold on.
Okay, it's still the bathhouse. All right, I'm refreshing. I was like, I'll fight in the bathhouse again.
There we go.
I mean, I've already done it, so I'm like, yeah.
God.
Ooh, there
I
we
know
go.
the layout.
Cool. Yeah, you can see the Red Menace beginning to charge up the his Eldritch Blast. So you can see this lion that's just like with glowing red eyes and this mechanical body just beginning to rear up, ready to charge at you guys.
Ay.
Oh god.
Okay, I am higher. I do have a 13. I forgot my advantage. So I will go
Money.
before Mr. Lion.
Gave me the item to a 2 and I'm allowed to be a little annoying about it as a
No, you're so good. I'm just like,
God. To start off her action.
oh, shoot.
You good?
Give me a second.
A bonus action to give a die of bardic inspiration to the person she thinks is about to get mauled by a lion. So 1 bardic inspiration to the Red Menace. And then
Yay. What does it
and then
look like to protect him from getting mauled?
oh god, probably just a very, very tiny little paint shield, as that is how big the motes of inspiration can be.
Good.
Um,
I thought you were gonna paint his
From-
face like a tiger or a
oh
lion.
my god. For her action, she is going to attempt to cast. Oh, let me hold monster.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That is going to be a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw.
Cool. All right. The lion does have advantage on spell saves.
Oh.
What a nerd.
God,
Imagine being good at stuff. Couldn't be me.
couldn't be me.
That is a
Aw.
17.
Yep, meets it, beats it, as she tries to fling almost like a cage made of paint at it, as it just kind of, what's the word? Almost
you
kind of like falls off at like water instead of
Oh
sitting.
yeah, no. Instead, you can see razor sharp claws just tear through the bars that you try and make as hard as steel.
That is my turn,
All right.
because I do not want to get closer.
Next up, Tsubaki.
So it's a mechanical lion. It's not a meat lion.
Sorry, it doesn't seem like there's much meat on this.
Meat?
Damn.
Or at least as far as you can tell. There might be meat inside of the shell.
Well, we've already attacked it, so I don't think animal friendship is gonna help us anymore.
I think that's a sound conclusion.
Yeah, it says most of these things said they need to at least be neutral towards us to begin with. Not gonna happen. Tsubaki, seeing all this happen, goes, I'm gonna go help. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Walks right up to it.
Oh shit.
And she immediately branches begin to shoot out of like her sleeves, the hem of her kimono, and her like the neckline of it. As I find my damn features. Jesus, symbiotic entity.
It's changed everything, and I need to turn that off, and I forgot.
Don't know why it's having me roll anything. As her skin becomes somewhat bark-like, and pink flowers begin to bloom from her hair. And as her bonus action, she reaches down the back of her kimono and rips out a branch as she casts Shillelagh.
Okay. So it does necrotic damage first, right? Or is that a reaction?
Nothing does any damage this turn.
Okay. So Shillelagh? Okay, go ahead and roll. Right, that's your action. Okay, action
Nothing
bonus
does
action.
any damage. Just
Okay.
he stands there, becoming
Alright.
a tree.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I end my turn.
It's actually me.
No.
I should have rolled with advantage. I have a 13.
Oh.
Yeah, fucking.
Oh.
I know. I'm so
believe
sorry. I
Next
tried
time.
to say something earlier, but Dale was already going. I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
How far away are we looking here? I have 35 feet of movement, right? I'm fast. I'm quick.
Mhm.
Welcome to getting to watch me look at my character sheet because I can't not have it on the screen. Beautiful. Okay, so then what we're gonna do? Gonna run up 35 feet. We're gonna target because I know how to do that. We're gonna run up 35 feet. There. Meh. Move. Why won't it?
Oh yeah, sorry. Ignore the one here. I'm gonna just get rid of the walls.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Run up 35 feet. Am going to use a bonus action to activate my Blood Maledict. That is going to be activated on Snag, my main weapon there. So Blood Maledict, bam, usability. And we're going to choose Oh, sorry, not Blood Maledict. Remembering how to play a Blood Hunter. Crimson Right. Activating Crimson Right. And we're going to choose Acid. So Ash jabs the thumb into the piercing bit of wood on the top of the blade, and as it drips black blood, instead of it bursting into flame or doing most of the stuff it normally does, it slowly begins to sizzle as it drops down on the floor, eating away at the stone underneath. And I'm gonna make some attacks.
All right.
So regular attack. Bam. Ooh.
14 does not hit.
That's okay. It's a good thing I have extra attack here, gang. Second attack. 20.
20 does hit.
All right. When a creature gets hit by my acid blade for the first time, I roll d4. Oh, 1. Okay. Until I end my Blood Maledict or my acid, both the lion's and Ash's AC is reduced by 1. And I will roll damage.
I will update his AC.
Plus another d8. $12 points of damage.
Break that up for me. Is that just 12 slashing?
No, that would be 9 slashing, 3 acid.
Okay. As you try to hit it, as Snag begins to hit the lion's hide, your blade strikes at it, and it just makes this resounding like sound as you can feel like your arm just kind of like being hit by like the recoil of hitting that almost immovable force. It is immune to slashing damage.
Ooh.
It takes full acid damage, but has a special trait.
Oh.
The Fleece Mane Lion has an adaptive hide. Whenever the lion takes... Oh, actually, never mind. The highest damage was the slashing, so it doesn't get resistance to the acid.
What a nerd! Incredible. Well, damn. Ash sighs, but there's not much I can do about that.
All right.
That's the turn. Your turn.
All right. Now it's the red menace.
I was gonna have this blast, but also he's so close. I can just walk right up to him. He's immune to slash, but also I just want to slash. Fuck it.
Fuck away ball.
Yeah, 25 feet. I'm gonna cast Hexblade's Curse on him. And then for my attack, yeah, just gonna start slashing.
All right.
There's a 21.
21 does hit. Remember to target him, by the way.
Okay. Plus 3. $15 damage.
What damage check is that?
Slashing.
Great. It is, in fact, immune to slashing still.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that.
Okay.
$15.
That one does not hit.
I didn't have what happened? Oh,
you rolled
I rolled I rolled the wrong thing. This 17 damage. That is none.
Still slashing to none. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. You can see that Marios is just kind of like he's at the top of the stairs. Like, should I jump in there? I
If
don't
you
know.
want to, it could get a little dicey.
I don't know.
I mean, you can't die. You just double. You're free.
Mm-hmm. I'll try and get in there, and if things get dicey, I'm probably gonna dip.
Fair enough. That's more than expected, really.
Can you link the specter thing?
Yeah, let me click it again. This.
All right, what can you do? Oh, fucking hell! Oh my god.
You'd be pretty good, yeah.
Mm-hmm. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will hang back here and just kind of watch you for now. I got your back.
Thank you, Marius. Yeah, it's a +5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let me get an initiative. You should not be faster than you. Can I do like this? That works perfect. Okay, it's now the lion's turn. The lion is going to... Oop. I'm going to start for targeting Ash, because Ash is the only person who's done some damage. He's going to make a bite attack.
How rude. Alright.
As it starts its turn, Halo of Spores activates. Can you make me a con save?
Yep.
Sorry, I also need to deal some damage to myself.
7.
That fails.
Ooh.
As it takes 1 necrotic. Why is that Onimori? Necrotic damage.
As
Is
it is
back
in
from
fact
the dead?
immune to necrotic damage.
What the fuck?
How rude.
Mm-hmm. All right, as with that nat 20, let me go ahead and roll damage for that on you, Ash.
What do you mean? What if it doesn't hit?
That is 11 points of damage.
Right.
Also, go ahead and make me a con save.
Ooh, I can do
TC
that.
12, not super high.
All right. Well, as you know, I'm very good at saves, so 14.
Yeah, you're good.
Easy,
As
easy.
it tries to like bite down upon you, you manage to free yourself from its jaws before the damage gets even more severe.
Interesting. This
what
was
can
all
I
just
toss up?
piercing damage?
The first one was piercing, yes.
Gotcha.
Next one's going to be a claw attack.
Does not hit.
That is a 14.
I'm good. Does not hit.
All right. As yeah, you managed to nimbly dodge out of the way of the second attack.
Woo!
Elena.
I am gonna cast. Oh, hello. Did that work? Oh, please. The fuck? 14.
14 now hits.
Yo!
With,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Coming in clutch. That's what I
and
do.
I get an additional D8 of damage. 8 points of damage, radiant damage.
Oh my god, that sucks.
Yeah. Well.
Gosh.
Immune to radiant.
No.
It's immune to radiant?
Mhm.
Hey, Yushu.
Yeah.
Fight.
Fuck
I mean,
off.
God.
Okay. Well,
I will say the advantage does work. This next attack against has advantage.
nice.
well, I already used my action, and I don't really have shit for my bonus action, so that's it.
All right.
It's okay.
Good job,
now you get
Dea.
now you get a fight, Shun, so.
As it goes over to Dea's turn, Dea, can you roll me a quick history check with advantage? Everyone else can attempt to do so as well.
History. If I can read alphabetical. 29.
Perfect.
Ash is obviously the oldest here, so we'll be the best at history.
Sorry, anyone else can roll so normally with the.
Well,
the
good thing
history.
you rolled 2 3s.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
I simply do not know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like
Unbothered.
Tsubaki and Dea. You both would remember a legend of Hercules' 12 labors. One of them was his fight against the Nemean lion, whose hide was apparently so tough that it couldn't be penetrated by anything else but its own claws.
Ooh.
Yeah. That is all. You're suddenly put in mind of that legend while looking at this creature.
Hmm.
It's your turn.
Oh boy. Oh, do I have any good ways to give anyone any buffs? I don't think so. Perhaps. I know you said it's pretty good against magic, but still worth a shot in the dark. For her action, that is going to be a vicious mockery upon the lion.
At least that, takes out of the equation the hide if you're doing psychic damage.
Basically. DC 17 wisdom saving throw. And then for her bonus action, a die of bardic inspiration to the person she didn't think was going to go get mauled by a lion.
Has advantage in the wisdom save. That is
Okay.
a 12.
So that is a failure.
Hmm.
So it will end up taking, oh my god, it is 3d6 now?
Yo.
D6, wow.
They got upgraded from d4s to 6s, I believe.
Damn.
Goddamn.
So it will
Really?
take 8 psychic damage as Dea yells out to it. Your terrible behavior is why you got put down here probably in the first place. Now stop being so rude. And then
Got
yelling
him.
out to the general air. This thing, perhaps you would be able to stab it if you made it use its own claws. Good luck with that. I'm staying back here.
Yeah, I think I've heard of this one.
Dea, with your experience in scolding cats, you are in fact able to rebuke it.
Yeah.
And my turn again.
Alright.
It's like Red Menace is like getting bitten by this guy. Put it out! Get it out of your mouth! What's in your mouth?
What are you doing?
Tsubaki.
I look at its claws. Anything remarkable about them?
They seem to be like these giant razor sharp claws that the size of the claws appears to be like the size of your forearm.
Jesus.
Yeah, no. They look remarkably deadly. But if you can find a way to like get them off of the lion, they could probably be used as a weapon. But
That's part of it. See,
mhm.
that's the problem.
Yeah, it is the issue, huh?
Do I have advantage yet? There was a lot going on
Advantage? Your turn?
on my attack.
Yes, because of Lena.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I heard something. Sorry. So for my turn, I think Nobu climbs out of the floweriness on Tsubaki's head and glides down and gives Ash a crisp high five, giving Ash the help action.
Oh,
And Tsubaki, seeing the claws, okay, we're in a bit of a conundrum. I have 3 seconds to act. She has a shillelagh. It does force damage, which she thinks would bypass a hide. And she's going to attack with it. Advantage. Oh! Natural 20.
Oh, let's go!
Let's
Are you aiming
go.
for the lion or the claws?
I mean, that'll still do damage to it, right?
I'm gonna say this. Do you want to try and aim for the claws to see if you can attempt to break one off?
I mean, knowing lions, they're like... That's the bone. I have to break off its whole hand.
Yeah, I'm giving it's a nat 20, Chief.
Yeah, she'll have to swing down.
I was gonna be nice with the nat 20. But yeah,
Damn.
no.
Holy shit. I don't know why it rolled that many dice.
God damn, is that really the
That's-
dice?
Not...
Yeah.
That's not what it's supposed to be.
I don't. Yeah, that's.
Hold up, let me... It's
Yeah,
supposed
the
to
damage
be
dice changes. It's not the number of dice.
2d12 plus my wisdom modifier.
Mhm.
Not
Is it critical
that.
now?
Yeah.
So,
It's still the same. What the fuck?
Hey,
what?
actually,
They didn't want
it's the
supposed
exact
to do
same.
Yeah, I know. It all
Oh my
works out,
God.
man. Damn. Yeah.
Good God.
With your knowledge, as you aim for like the claw, you do manage to see like a weak point in like the mechanics there. As you just slam down upon it, you have broken one of its claws that is now laying there on the ground as it
Can I
roars
pick
out.
it up with my object interaction?
You may do so.
Tsubaki quickly turns to the Red Menace, who has clearly been doing something this whole time. She goes, "Here, use this," and hands it to him.
Oh,
And that's my turn.
Okay. Goes over to Ash.
Haha. I also forgot that I should be making 3 attacks, but that's fine. I will use my bonus action to activate my Blood Curse of the Marked. What do you mean does not have an item with that name on it? You're so lame. It's okay. I will simply activate it from my inventory. Yeah, I'll activate my Blood Curse from my inventory, actually, real quick. Blood Curse of the Marked. Usability. Well, that's so cool. You're going to have to trust me. Doesn't want to populate. So, Blood Curse of the Marked. Choose a creature within... however close, I think it could be up to 30 feet, until the end of my turn. Whenever I hit the creature with a weapon attack for which I have an active Crimson Right, I roll an additional Hemcraft die.
Ooh.
So, we are going to make an attack. I have advantage on this first attack, I believe, because I was given the help action. There we go. Advantage.
Nobu points, giving you advantage.
Yeah. 28.
28 sure does hit.
That'll be an
Nice.
extra 2d8 of acid damage.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it is immune to...
Yeah, just on what the acid damage is.
the acid damage is 10 acid damage.
10. Okay.
Then second attack. I guess it actually doesn't matter if I make my third attack if I don't actually activate. It's fine. Wabam! Fantastic. And we will then roll the damage again, making sure to add my extra 2d8. Woo! It's a nice tank. 16 points of acid damage.
Oof. Yeah, I know. It's starting to look roughed up.
Nice. I technically then get a free, I will say, for its defensive, I actually did technically do more acid damage in that last attack than I did with my slashing damage.
Yep, 60. Yeah, just barely. As no, it does get to use the adaptive hide to get resistance to acid now.
So is that it? Just will have resistance to acid.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Lame. That's okay. I will use my bonus action to attempt to hit it, even if it is immune to the damage, because that means. Well, I'll use my free nick action to use my offhand weapon, because that means if I hit it, I have advantage on my next attack. Because of Vex. So we'll make an attack. Fiddle roll. There we go. 24.
24 does hit.
Perfect.
It's only resistant to the acid damage.
I don't have a Crimson Right active on Terra, so it's just
That's
slashing.
rough.
So it's not gonna do anything, but I have advantage on my next day. So like, Ash makes the handful of attacks with Snag, and as its namesake, snags one of the legs, and then instead of actually doing any damage to it, like tears away a bit of the like fur that's covering it, so there is more open flesh to attack next time.
Perfect.
That'll be my turn.
The metal flesh.
The metal flesh.
The Red Menace.
I have acid. I know what I'm doing.
She's gonna try something weird. And
Weird.
with a bonus action, I'm gonna use the Pact of the Blade thing to try to bond with the claw of the lion.
Oh fuck! It's just a bonus action instead
This
of like
is now
10
my
minutes.
attacked weapon.
My God.
That's cool. Yeah, I know. It
Hell
used to
yeah.
take you like 10 minutes or something, like something
No.
stupid, right?
Yeah, now it's just a bonus action.
That rules. Oh my god! You actually have weapons you can like kind of switch between now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. What does it look like as you bond with the claw?
Ramesh crosses his eyes for a second. Hey guys, it may get a little shaky. I'm trying something, and as it does so, the lion claw starts glowing red before lightning starts emitting from it, and just becomes pure energy for a second.
Yeah. For a little bit, you can kind of see like the voices in your head are kind of a little bit like it's almost like they're muffled or staticky, you know, like there's an interference kind of traveling. They don't seem to be able to like to speak to you as clearly with this being your current pack weapon.
All right, okay, guys. Yeah, we'll go back to the original in a second, and I'm gonna move like 5 feet here. Just so my boy can get his hit in.
Yeah, he's gonna do his best as he uses his life drain feature.
Oh,
He attacks. He misses.
it's okay. You're trying.
All right, I did my best.
You were a farmer. I didn't expect you to do. You're doing your best.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm gonna attack. What kind of weapon is the lion's
Treat as a
claw?
longsword.
A long sword, not a great
Mhm.
sword.
Yeah, it's a D10 damage.
Yeah, right. 5 plus 4. That's 23 to hit.
23 does hit, and because you are hitting with the claw versus the Nemean lion, treat your damage as a critical hit.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! Oh, so it's a critical hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna Eldritch Smite.
Yeah, get him.
Ooh.
Because it's your thing's force damage, right?
I think so. Let me bring it up. Eldritch Smite. It's 1d8 force damage. Yeah.
It's damage, hell yeah.
So it's like 5d8 because it's a level 5 spell. So it's 2d10 plus 10d8. No, plus 10d8 plus 3. The plus 4 because of the Hexblade's curse.
Mm-hmm. Good shit.
So let's go.
Good lord.
51 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, let's go!
Oh.
Ramesh just and stabs the claw right into the thing's face. It just starts spinning. Yeah.
God. Yeah. And as you do so, you can see as like the lion is just cut in half. As you can see just like the strange amalgamation of like of organic parts and machinery begin to spill out of the creature. But
Gross.
the lion is defeated as you can see its pelt has been torn. As the rest of the basement is now your guys' to explore.
I'm gonna okay. Let me check real quick if I can just go back to the Vajra.
That'd be pretty fucked up if you could just That's not what I wanted.
I can just do it. I think. Yeah, I can just do it as a bonus action again.
Incredible.
Hell yeah. All right, you swap back over. It's like switching frequencies on a radio.
Hey guys.
Yeah, no, you hear 3 just hey. You think we can?
This
You're the Rainimer. Just like, do you think we can tie the claw to Vajra?
Oh shit, you should try.
I mean, actually, the Red Menace, if you wanted to
Oh.
hold on to that, given that this is a metal lion, that claw could make a good projectile.
No.
Spocky gives you a thumbs up and says, "Good job, the Red Menace."
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's dead now. We could just take more claws too.
Mhm.
This
Yeah,
is
I
true.
mean, knowing of the legend, that isn't a bad idea. Can I start harvesting?
Yeah. Of note too, would you guys want to grab the pelt?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Cool.
Can I use
Yeah,
the
can-
acid to make that a little easier to do?
Yes, you
Hey.
can do so. What are you guys using to cut open the pelt?
I'm gonna use Onimori's wakizashi.
What if we use the claw?
Hmm.
Oh, the claw would make sense.
Yeah, just the
Mhm.
claw.
Yeah, you try and use the wakizashi, it does not cut at all through the pelt, even while it seems to be deceased.
Not even the peel underneath the pelt.
You can kind of peel little bits of it out, but in order to get a good tear of anything, that would require the claw.
Yeah.
However, as you use the claw, you are able to harvest one pelt, and we're gonna go with 3 more claws.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to one of the claws. I'm gonna give one to Ash.
Yes. One should
Uh,
definitely go to the Red Menace.
Oh, the Red
it's
Menace already
3
has
more,
one.
3 more, yes.
Yeah, I can.
Elena,
Hey, can I-
Dea, which one of you would benefit more from having this?
I guess, Dea, do you want the pelt?
I was gonna ask for the pelt. I'm very squishy.
The Red Menace, I mean this in the nicest way. This nation isn't trying to kill you. I think it
Yeah,
should
but
go to Dea.
when they do try to kill Dea, we'll be there. And I'll be in the front again.
I really think the pelt should go to Dea.
Didn't we give her some very good armor and she destroyed it last time? That's on her, I think.
Tsubaki stands there.
Do any of you want a claw over the Red Menace? You'll have to give up the claw if you want the pelt.
Mm.
There are 5 things, so we gotta split them evenly.
I'm sure then.
Okay, then you can have the pelt and the other 2 can get a claw.
Okay, Dea and Elena both got a Nimian lion claw.
Ooh.
Can I make it like a necklace? Oh no, this thing is huge, isn't it? Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the
It's
size
Yeah,
of
inside
the
your-
size,
you
size
could,
of your
but-
arm. Holy
You
shit.
Mhm.
Never mind.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
Elena's already walking down the sewer. We're like, wait, no.
Can you put that in our inventories, Shiva?
The claws.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I will eventually do so, but effectively functions as an adamantine longsword.
Ooh.
I don't know if I can wield that.
Well,
It looked really cool.
yeah, no. If you guys want to eventually, you could try to research into ways to adapt into other items too. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. For right now, adamantine longsword. I will get those in your inventory at some point. So, Red Menace, you have the pelt.
Yeah.
Great. While you were wearing the pelt, you reduce all bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage by 3 whenever you get hit.
Oh yeah.
All right. But yeah, no, would you guys like to kind of check around this room or keep going further?
Is the book here an actual book, or is this just part of the map?
Yeah, it's
It-
kind of weird to see this room at the bottom of the sump. What's all these papers and stuff? What does
Yeah.
it seem like the purpose was?
Okay, so as you guys begin to kind of look around this room, you can see that there's a locked off doorway where Elena is standing. In the room itself, you can see that There are journals, as well as just like various empty boxes of the same type that held all the amphenite crystals that you guys got. Um, a lot of these like books and stuff appear to just be like logs of just like shipping like random different like containers and the like, as well as just various amounts of like research notes. Ash, you in particular, as you kind of look at like the hide of the lion, something begins to kind of click for you as you kind of realize the hide itself seems to be similar to dragon scales.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. But as you look at some of the books, there is one in particular that seems to catch your eye. Boop. Do. Yep, there we go.
Ash looking at this going, I hope it's in the one language I can read.
It's a picture book.
It's a picture book. Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is in common.
How could those fools of the Dust Keep not see the potential of amphenite? The material takes energy from its surroundings to create an incredibly powerful battery, but gaining energy from the natural resources like lava flows and geysers pales in comparison to harvesting power from a soul. We have a boundless supply of bodies in Delawai, and it doesn't take much of Hope's power to bind souls back. We have enough for the speech, so see if we can contact Cielo to start selling the rest.
For the speech.
Ooh.
So it's not just the worms they're planning to mess with at the speech.
No, they need the amphenite for some sort of activation of something.
This is out of character, but Hope is the first letter is uppercase. Oh,
That's
is
the
it
devil, I
hers?
believe. Or the demon?
I was going to note of it in character.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Go for it.
You're good, as I don't think it is like too hard for Dea to notice like the strange capitalization along with what she had been told at Zeus' temple when she went. Wait,
Bro, mute yourself.
Actually, that's the water rushing through the tunnels.
Yeah.
providing
Doing
the
the
extra
work.
ambiance. Hello. That it's specifying Hope's power. That's I wasn't in much a state to bring this up yesterday, but when I went to the Temple of Zeus to inquire about how to destroy the box, I was kind of confused at the answer it had given me, because I thought it was some metaphor or, whimsical idea, but it said hope was how we would destroy the box.
It's so. This Hope, this person who has the ability to bind these souls, is somehow connected to the box.
I believe so. It feels like it can't be just a coincidence.
Have you heard any myths or legends about an individual named Hope?
No, not that I can think of. The only hope I can think of is the idea of it from the story of Pandora's box. The last thing that was left in there after everything else terrible was released.
Was Hope.
Hope.
What I don't understand is what she needs the crystals for at the event. I understand if it was worms, in that point you could get as many people infected as possible, but why would you need crystals for the event?
I think what she's doing is she's gonna use their souls as a power source.
Hmm.
And then we don't know anything further about the plan, not yet.
What would you need to power?
You can use power for a lot of things. Cars, planes, bigger cars.
A big robot thing like in the Dust Keep.
Yeah,
I suppose.
you could make so many bad things with those.
I just.
We don't know what Cielo has been building for a while, but they would, if they've made something else terrible and awful and large, it still needs power. Again, they still have Christina's old designs, so it seems very likely.
When we go back to where we're staying, I could call up Rosario and ask. I mean, they're Rosario and Iris. They're both Cielin and might know what's more currently going on.
If they're talking to us, don't think they would be, in the know of the secret stuff, but maybe if it's some public project. But I don't think they would just disclose that to everyone. Whatever
Well,
use.
No, that feels like the kind of thing general citizenry would not be, unfortunately, knowledgeable
well,
about.
I don't think they're just normal citizens. One is being one was trained under another Las Espada, and the other one was running away from the another Las Espada. So I think they're a little bit more than a regular CL and civilian.
It wouldn't hurt to ask.
Yeah, we can do that after.
We should really nuke your country.
Shivam, I got a question.
Yeah.
When we were in the lab, the first lab, where we had the fight with Nicoletta, and there was that summoning circle that we had connected back to Evelyn.
Mm-hmm.
I know we didn't spend a whole lot of time looking at like the runes specifically on the circle, but the Amstronite that we found down there, did it look like it at all could have been used, or maybe there was a spot around the circle for Amstronite to be used to power the circle?
A circle. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, I'm so good at those.
You can also suggest that to the group if anyone else wanted to jump in with that.
Hey, gang, I'm working on an idea right here. What do you think?
I don't know what it would have looked like. Sorry, I wish I could help.
What is it,
You're
Arcana?
so fun.
Arcana, yeah.
I just, I feel like I'm only a +2 on a potential of much higher, so I just.
Oh, here, I'll help you maybe recall. You can use me as a sounding board and I give you guidance.
Oh, okay, maybe Dad. No, give that to Dad.
Nope, too late.
Oh, all right, yeah, sure.
Well, anyway, coward.
All right, I didn't want to roll.
Okay.
All right, I get a D4. Let me see. This is when Ash just explodes with arcane
Yeah.
knowledge. No.
Yeah, 5.
Oh, you did. Oh, no.
Woo!
That sounds about right.
Ooh, I'm really struggling with this one, gang.
Yeah, I know.
That's a 19 from Data.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with a 5, I mean, I don't know, spooky runes, spooky circles, who knows? Like, the crystals were nearby. Do they need to be touching? You can't really tell. To do Elena and Dea. When you guys recall the circle that was in that lab, Nicoletta did seem like a pretty powerful spellcaster. At least a circle of that size based on your magical expertise, she seems like she should be able to have control that and control that amount of power for just herself, without really using maybe too much Ammonite. I mean, she might have been holding one during the ritual. That could be a distinct possibility, but that's maybe it. If she needs crystals of that sort of the scale that she is producing them in, this is a spell that could affect the entirety of the city. You know, this is something that's like that kind of radius.
Damn.
That is my thought. This is a big event, whether this is just a spell that we are familiar with on a larger scale, or perhaps some sort of summoning. Anyway, we should keep searching.
Right. Elena, as soon as you head over there, there is in fact a locked door in front of you.
Oh,
Get back here.
Yeah. Wait! I have a thing for that! I do!
Also,
Where
I have
is
a
it?
quick question first. Is this where we came down from?
That is where you came down from.
What is
Ignore the
this?
set of stairs.
Okay.
Actually, well, it's just a ladder to like a cellar area with just a couple more containers of like empty things and like various bits of lava.
Oh my gosh.
I take out my Keyblade.
Yeah, great. So you're gonna cast knock from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my.
I will note that you would remember that knock is a spell.
Very
let's see.
loud.
It makes so
Yes.
much noise.
Mm-hmm.
Who's down here other than... Okay, but we've also
We
made
don't
so
know
much
what's
noise.
behind the locked
You know what?
door.
That's
I
so fair.
sure hope
We've
nothing
made-
else is down here.
We've made so much noise in that initial fight, gang.
Yep. All right. So you cast knock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. As you use the keyblade, you can see that
Simple
the
and
end
Clean
of
plays in the background.
Yeah. We're already pushing it.
Why do I hear
Yeah,
a
you can
mouse
see-
laugh in the distance? I don't know.
Yeah, no, you can see at the end of the sword turns into like it shapes itself to refit the keyhole. As it does so, it makes like a loud like shifting noise. As anyone within 300 feet can in fact hear the knock spell. But
Oh,
you go ahead
fuck.
and open it. and
Open
nobody's
it.
behind the door.
See, you guys are stressed for nothing. I go.
Okay. Yeah. There seems to kind of be a pathway up here, as well as like this submerged path that kind of leads off into the distance.
I don't want to get wet.
Mm-hmm.
Tsubaki hikes up her hem and walks through the water.
Yeah, cool.
Give
Give me a second here.
Oh.
Elena,
Ah,
as you are heading up these stairs, you head up and you can see that this passageway seems to lead into one of the houses underneath the bed. Seems this is just another entrance to get into this like basement area.
Oh.
Tsubaki, yeah, you begin kind of traveling along.
Takes her
like,
shoes off too.
Mm-hmm. You begin traveling along like this waterway here. As you do so, you can kind of see in like there appears to be like the water is leading from some kind of like area. As like it gently kind of flows like you guys are kind of walking upstream right now. And you can see that there's kind of like vents that like show you a little bit of like the outside that you were kind of traveling towards. Go ahead if you'd like. Go ahead and roll me a very low insight check. Kind of see the direction that you're headed towards.
I'm a druid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. It was only DC 12, thankfully. As you can tell, you're headed towards the direct. As you go like further down here, this seems to be a passageway towards the castle.
mmm.
Oh.
The castle back on the mainland?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think this goes under the water and back to the mainland.
To where?
Well, judging by that this is a water tunnel, the castle, I think.
Oh, that fixes one of our problems, doesn't it?
Yeah, now we can get in there. And well, the room we were trying to get was underground, and since we're already underground, I'm hoping that it'll connect up.
If that's the castle, though, right there, Does that mean everyone in that castle just heard a loud ass spell?
It's a
Um,
distance away from the castle.
I imagine it's a ways down. We have to cross
Oh.
back over the water and everything.
Assuming
Okay,
there was
good.
no one patrolling, I think we should be okay.
Oh, is
Mhm.
Dea with us in the water?
I mean, she's like lurking behind you.
Get over here.
Get over here.
Where's Marius
Get over
going?
here.
He's a furry man.
Boundary shit itself. I cannot move.
I got you.
Oh.
Oh,
Is-
your buddy's there too.
Oh, hey, Marius.
Hey, we're here now. Mhm. Bless you. Ignore that. Sorry. Listen, the map is
Random
sometimes
spider pit.
things on the map. Yeah, that's just a spider pit. Okay.
Is that Leonidas's house?
No, he lives with Arachne.
Oh,
This is their summer home. What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Mhm.
Okay, we should wait for the others to go in there, right?
Oh, absolutely. I was thinking we should head back.
All right. If you guys would give me a minute, I can get my spells back.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I was wanting to ask. You two were heroes in your past lives?
Yeah, sure.
I only know a little bit about some of your legends. Frankly, not much at all. I had heard of you very briefly there, Edmund, but there's not a lot of news that comes all the way across where we live from. Could you tell me a bit about what you've done that was remarkable?
I mean, while I was doing that, it just felt like nothing. I didn't even know I was famous other than in the Dusk Keep. I was just a guy, one of the many racers.
Then, if you didn't think it was remarkable at the time, what did history think? I've heard a lot of stories from Onimori about how history gets things a little funny sometimes, and it's kind of, if you think about it, random about who really gets written about and even what gets written about them.
I mean, I didn't find a lot about me other than porn.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
Oh no.
well, that's gotta be surprising to come back to.
I mean, it's expected.
I
I would be offended if I didn't have any porn made of me.
Tsubaki just nods and turns to Dea.
I was definitely notable. Not
He's like,
really for the best of reasons.
More infamy.
That is a more generous way to word it.
Well, if I've learned anything from Sumire, sometimes infamy can look like fame when it's written from a different point of view. Like, for instance, history written about wars. All war is people killing each other on a macro level. Guess there's obviously nuance and why and what for and your motivations, but in the end, everyone who's written around war is a murderer. Not to say that you are, but just to say that history tends to get things a little different.
well, if it helps, from what I could narrow down, the stories about us got a little lost in the translation. So I think Dr. White just looked at would, Cielo or Nicoletta or Hoyo was it?
Yeah,
Was
Oiwa.
enemies with at the time and said, hey, I could use those guys.
Between you and me, and you can't tell Onimori this when he's back. I have heard about the manga.
Do you like it? It's pretty good.
It is pretty good, but you can't tell anyone I said that.
Yeah, sure.
All I've heard from Sumire is that it's basically fiction, but if, it has a hint of history to it, then I can see why Dr. White made that decision.
I think they're lying. I think it's 100% real. They're just embarrassed.
Tsubaki grimaces. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I can't ask him, though.
I mean, yeah, you can't. He will say everything there is fake. I think it's real.
Something clicks in her head as she understands what you're saying. But she just goes, She nods once. I wonder if the others are back?
Oh, they just went that way and didn't say anything else. For like,
Do you have anything to add to this conversation?
Like, pauses for a moment before she just very hesitantly. If you have been behind on your reading, I perhaps have a few copies. We may just need for Onimori to leave the bag so it is safe to grab them.
She mouths the word, oh. But she doesn't say no.
They are very entertaining.
why do you sound so sad?
Oh, I didn't think I did. I thought I just always...
You had like an air of confidence about you before, 2 massive fuck-ups ago.
Tsubaki just shakes her head, sensing the uncomfortable air, and she says, I think I just brought up some bad memories. It's my bad.
It is fine. You get a little humbled when you have to burn alive again, I suppose so. Would you prefer if I were to go see about the others then?
Yeah, we could do that.
You hear
Let's
down
all
the
go and see
hall.
what they
I
found.
didn't find anything.
Okay. We think this waterway leads to the castle. It's a bit of a walk,
Yeah.
but it'll take us hopefully where we think we're
Oh.
wanting to go.
So like secret spy mission stuff.
Easier than
Yeah, we
walking in
can-
the front gates.
I do hope it does not become more flooded as we continue. It would probably become impassable if you cannot hold your breath long enough. But
We
what
could
is...
puzzle that out when we get to it.
I'm just going to hope it is not flooded.
And with that hope, we
Yeah.
go.
And yeah, with that hope, you all begin to trudge through the murky waterways, as I think that is where we're going to end tonight's session.